questions on names. I mean, ours are pretty, like this is Adele. Everybody else is pretty straightforward. This is Bria.
Okay. And did you have the last name so I can just take a picture of them? For Corry team?
Yep. I'll probably have to take 2 pictures because I can't put everybody on the same one.
Okay.
Just the last 2.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kendall.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Columbus Park Field for tonight's Little League girls matchup in the Major Girls Division. It's Fort LaBeouf 1 in town to take on the Corry team. And umpires are going over the ground rules as we speak. So we will be giving you the starting lineups momentarily. This is Brad Swanson with the Little League Game of the Week for Channel 98.9 Sports Stream.
Coach, you want to have girls line up? Come on, girls, line up.
Longtime umpire Jim Harnett asked the coaches to line the girls up, and they'll go through the either the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance and the Little League Pledge. While they're doing that, I'll jot down a few names in my scorebook here. Both teams coming out to line up, as you can see. And we'll be playing ball here at the Columbus School Field momentarily.
Hey, I will do the flag first, then the Little League pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
We are doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
I trust in God. I love my
Okay,
country.
the Little League Pledge is now underway.
I will play fair. Strive to win. Win or lose. I'll always do my best. Good luck.
Okay, so like I said, Jim Harnett, our umpire, and he leads the girls through the pledge, and here we go. We are ready for warm-ups, I guess. Nice to be out here in Columbus to do a Little League game. We have a couple more left to do. We did the Little League boys game last night. Both the Corry teams played each other. It was a good ball game. And tonight we have the Little League girls game. It was a beautiful night for a ball game. Mother Nature decided that she was going to give us a beautiful June evening here. And we'll be giving you a lineup here in a second.
Okay, balls in, girls.
Coming down. Lil, don't bring your arm back so far. Remember, everybody's down and ready, right?
Umpire Jim Harnett says ball in, and the catcher is going to throw down to second base, and we're ready for action. Major girl style here at the school field in Columbus. So in the circle today is
Sweetheart, no bats. No bats in your hands unless you're out on the field.
All right, girls, down and ready. Everybody's moving. Every time the ball.
Lillian Dunlop
Hey, here we go.
leading things off for LaBeouf will be Slipsky, the center fielder. Left-handed batter. He steps in, takes the first pitch, high and outside, ball one. We are underway, folks. Always fun to do these Little League broadcasts. And see what we have for future high schoolers. That one high and inside. Ball two. As I said, Jim Hardin is our umpire, and Jim has been doing this for a number of years. I was fortunate enough to be able to call a few games with Jim over the years, and very, very nice gentleman. Does an excellent job. He's been very committed to the Little League program in Corry for several years. We hope that we can find more volunteers that are younger that will come up and give it a shot like Jim has done over there. That pitch is fouled off. Count 3-1. Dunlop looks in. Here's the pitch. That one's inside. I believe that's ball four, yes. We'll take the base for Slupski. Starts things off to LaBeouf one with a walk. It should be followed by Nicholson, the left fielder. Another left-hander. That's unusual for this age group to have a pair of lefties step up. The first two batters. And have a left-handed pitcher to do. And Slupski, I tell you what, she didn't waste any time getting down to second base. That girl can run. Strike called. Slupski goes down to third on the play, and you know, even if that ball's caught, they have to make a perfect throw to get her. Strike two.
1 or 2.
One ball, 2 strikes to count. And we'll foul back out of play. Foul holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice little breeze blowing out there tonight. In the 70s. Beautiful night for a ball game. That one hits her and she takes first base. After being up in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, one gets away from Dunlop and she bumps Nicholson. Runners at first and third. And Avon slips in. That pitch is high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Now it's on a strike. On the play, moves down to second, ball throw. Uncontested, stolen base. Runners at second and third now, nobody out. Top of the first inning. This is Fort LaBeouf against Corry in major girls action here at the school field in Columbus. And running outside. It's stopped by the catcher Rick Corry. Got that one down.
Focus on your glove, Will.
Pitch up high.
Hey girls, keep talking. Go.
That one's blown away, ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. And one thing we noticed in a couple of our Little League broadcasts, just to make you all aware, in Little League, if a team scores 5 runs, the other team automatically comes in to bat, just so the score doesn't get too out of hand. There's a Ground on the first base line, fielded in foul territory. So strike one. And
Rhea, don't forget, you gotta move on
this
that
is
too, right?
Malinowski, the pitcher from Corry Beverage, and she's not messing around. She didn't waste any time taking a good swing at that one.
Oh.
Nice pitch, low and away. Here comes the runner from third, and nobody's there. So it's quickly 1-0 Fort LeBuff. Both the other runners also moved up. So runners at second and third. Nobody out. 1-0 Fort LeBuff leading on top of the first inning. Malinowski steps back in. That pitch is low. Here comes the runner from third.
Safe.
She slides underneath it. 2-0 Fort LeBuff.
Wipe the plate off.
Runner moves up to third. That's Paybon. Malinowski ahead in the count here. 2-1. Steps back in. Runs up high. Runner bluffing down at third, and catcher Brink runs her back.
3-1.
3-1 now the count. Here's the pitch.
Oh.
High and inside, ball 4. So walk to the first batter.
got
The
time.
second batter was hit by a pitch. A walk to the third and fourth batter. We have runners at first and third, and Bish, the third baseman from LeBuff, getting ready to step in. Time is called as Coach Hope Hasbrook was out to chat with their pitcher, and it's just great to see these young people like Hope Hasbrook giving back to the sport that they love. Hope was one terrific ball player. I remember calling quite a few of the high school games. Actually, I even umpired and called some of her games when she was in major girls.
Go in.
So Bish steps in. Dunlop
Right.
fires it on the outside corner, called strike one. Down to second goes Malinowski, uncontested for the stolen base. Bish digs back in. Dunlop looks in. Here's the pitch.
Oh.
That one misses low and away. Corry catcher Brink doing a nice job of locking up and stopping the ball here.
Anna, you gotta be moving too. There's somebody on third.
You gotta back them up, okay?
Pitch is high and inside. For a ball.
Watch the runner. Watch the runner. One man home.
Bish digs back in. Dunlop looks in. That pitch is swung on and missed.
2-2.
That'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Way to move, ladies. Way to move. Start it ready.
Alright, I want to see you down here. Let's go.
2-2 the count.
Oh.
Now he misses up high. Runner's playing the cat and mouse game there a little bit. This Brink from Corry says, nah, I just walk you back to the base. Not gonna throw it away.
One man home, girls.
Dunlop looks in. Here's the pitch. Misses low and away, ball 4. The base is loaded for LeBuff once again. 2-0 LeBuff leading here in the first inning.
Adele, you need to stay with that batter.
And Miss Dunlop from Corry having a tough time trying to find the strike zone. Was that reversed or? It's seated in real good.
It wasn't reversed. I don't know what's wrong.
So I was setting up the equipment today, and I'm looking, going, man, we should be able to draw it in a little bit better, and it's just a nice setup we have. It covers the corners really well, so ball gets poked down the line and tucks into the corner. We can see the whole thing here. We used to have a little trouble with that, but Brian Silvis has updated our equipment, and we're able to give you a better show. That ball is fouled back out of play. This is Saxton, the catcher for the Buff batting. Gorgeous day for softball, and it's sad to see the baseball field empty over there. I'd like to see ball games being played on all these fields down here. There are some people meandering around over there. Probably just Larry working on the field. Strike 3 was the call. They dropped the ball and threw down to first. Little late, so she makes it down to first on the strikeout, and on the play, run comes in. So now 3-0, still nobody out. Top of the first. And this is Delaney stepping to the plate for Fort LeBuff. Strike 1 called. Runner goes down to second. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Top of the first, 3-0 for LeBuff leading. Delaney from LeBuff is the first baseman. She takes a swing, misses it. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch from Dunlop to Delaney. On its way. That one's a slow roller down the first base line. She picks it up, tags her, throws home late, and the throw gets away. And good job of corralling that by Brink, the catcher. So a run scores. And that makes it 5-0. So the teams will switch sides, as I mentioned earlier. If you score 5 runs in an inning, the other team automatically comes up to bat. It doesn't matter what the score is, what inning it is. That's just the way it goes. So, after the first half of an inning, Fort LeBuff is up 5-0. Corry coming to bat here. We'll have Adele Ellsworth, the third baseman, leading things off. She'll be followed by the center fielder, Ava Higbee. Hitting in the third slot today for Corry is the second baseman, Bella Butchko. Hitting cleanup, catcher Kendall Brink. Hitting fifth is the pitcher, Lillian Dunlop. Batting sixth and playing left field today, Hannah Valentine. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Paisley Tilford. Batting eighth is the extra hitter, Kiera Akins. Batting ninth is the right fielder, Bria Higbee. And batting 10th, the first baseman, Mel Dahlgren. In the circle for Fort LeBuff, taking her warm-up tosses, is a very speedy Malinowski. She's bringing it. Behind the plate today will be Saxton. Down at first base is Delaney. Second baseman is Houlard. The shortstop, Paybon. And the third baseman is Bish. From left to right in the outfield, we have Nicholson in left field, Slupski in center field, and Kraus in right field. The extra hitter today for Fort LaBeouf is Miller. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for making today's and all of our broadcasts this season, our Little League Game of the Week broadcasts on our sports stream on channel 98.9 possible. They are Meerhoffs, Stone Audiology, Corry Fabrication, and Dynasty Construction as well. And the warm-up pitches are done. We're ready for action in the bottom of the first inning. Corry coming to bat. Leading things off, Adele Ellsworth for Corry, the third baseman. Strike one called. Malinowski fires the next one. It's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Malinowski, a tall girl for 10, 11, and 12-year-olds, and she really brings it hard. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. And catcher drops the ball, throws down to first in time for the out. One away here in the first inning. And coming to the plate, Ava Higbee. Ava Higbee is the center fielder. We'd like to thank all of the folks that volunteer and help out in Little League, whether it be, umpiring, helping out with the grounds, the ball fields, and being part of the grounds crews, especially those volunteer coaches who put in countless hours and are out there to help these kids and develop them into ball players and try to teach them to love the game. Malinowski's pitch is fouled off as Ava Higbee got that a little bit in on the fist, but managed to get a piece of it. No balls, 1 strike to count. Malinowski looks in. That one misses low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 called. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. 1-2 pitch. This is high and away. Count goes to 2-2. Ava Higbee steps out, takes a couple practice swings, steps back in. Here's the pitch from Malinowski. Misses high. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch here from Malinowski to Ava Higbee. Strike 3. 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Bella Butchko. Bella Butchko, left-handed batter. Steps in. Nobody on. 2 outs. Strike 1 called. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. And I tell you what, Miss Malinowski from LaBeouf doing a nice job of moving the ball inside outside. She hit the inside corner on the first pitch, outside corner on the second pitch. Strike 3 right down the middle of the plate. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Corry batters as Malinowski strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played one complete inning here at the school field at Columbus. Our score, Fort LaBeouf 5, Corry nothing. Support for coverage of Corry Little League on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is provided by Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance. Meerhoffs offers living room and dining room furniture, beds, appliances, and more. Meerhoffs is also able to special order many brands for qualified buyers. Now located at 128 West Smith Street in Corry and online at meerhoffs.com. Phone 814-663-4221. If you happen to get by Meerhoffs, tell them you heard their ad on Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. Corry Little League coverage is brought to you in part by Stone Audiology with 8 locations to serve you. In Corry, Stone Audiology is located at 709 East Columbus Avenue. Phone 814-664-7070. Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Stone Audiology for their support. If you happen to see Dr. Stone, please tell her that you've heard great things about her. I tell you what, she's helped me out immensely as I had to get hearing aids a couple years back, and the greatest thing in the world was to have my grandchildren not have to repeat themselves to me, and they think that as well. Support for Corry Little League coverage is provided by Corry Fabrication, located at 21 Maple Avenue. They're a leading sheet metal fabricator in Pennsylvania and the tri-state area. More information is available online at corryfab.com and on Facebook and LinkedIn. Channel 98.9 thanks Corry Fabrication for their support. Pardon me. And I tell you, Joe Fucher doing a great job after taking over what was then Corry Contract and is now Corry Fabrication. He's doing great things. We hope that he continues to do the same, and we thank him for supporting our radio station and all of our kids in the Corry area. Also, Corry Little League coverage is brought to you in part by Dynasty Construction, providing home construction and remodeling services for northwestern PA and southwestern New York. Services include roofing, siding, windows, bathroom remodeling, and kitchen remodeling. More information at DynastyConstinc.com. Phone 814-882-5145. And Josh Dine and Company doing a wonderful job. Josh has been a super supporter of Corry sports and all of the kids in the community in many different ways. We thank you, Josh, for all you do. Dunlop facing the 8, 9, and 10 hitters from LaBeouf. And this is Houlard. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one goes high, evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the second, 5-0 LaBeouf leading Corry here at the school field in Columbus. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away here in the second inning. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Kraus. Kraus steps in. Nobody on. 1 away. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Looks like Miss Dunlop has settled in here for the Corry team. Lefty's throwing some strikes here. That one misses low and away. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second, 5-0 LaBeouf leading Corry. That one misses low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count as Dunlop toes the rubber and looks in. Next pitch, swung on a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, says umpire Jim Harned.
I'm ready, girls. Here we go.
That one, Kraus just got a little piece of that one to keep the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 2 quick outs here in the second inning. And that'll bring up the extra hitter, Miller. Miller comes to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. Looks down at third, gets a sign from her coach, steps into the batter's box. Dunlop toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. This is low, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Called strike 1 on the outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. Next pitch swung on a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one misses outside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch from Dunlop to Miller. Called strike 3, and that'll do it. As Miss Dunlop strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Our score: Fort LaBeouf 5, Corry 0. The LaBeouf scored their 5 runs in the first inning without a hit. They lead 5-0. Corry went down in order in the first inning. Malinowski getting ready for her second inning of work, and it's fun to watch young people, whether it be softball or baseball, but young pitchers who really are focused and really dial in at the art of pitching. Not an easy thing to do. I tried it in baseball and in men's softball, and it took a long time to figure it out. It's a tough spot out there to be in. Center of attention, that's for sure. And I think one more toss here and we'll be ready for action in the bottom of the second. Here's the throw down to second base. And a good throw by the catcher from Fort LaBeouf, Saxton. She's got a pretty good arm on her. Here we go as Kendall Brink, the catcher from Corry, steps in to start off the bottom of the second inning. She'll be followed by Lillian Dunlop, the pitcher, and Hannah Valentine, the left fielder. Umpire Jim Harden says time. And make sure everybody's ready. And here we go. Malinowski looks in. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball. No strikes. Inside low, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Down low, ball 3. 3-0 pitch to Kendall Brink from Malinowski. Strike 1 called.
There was a guy a couple years ago. He
3-1 pitch. That one's fouled off on the first base line. Count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch from Malinowski to Brink. Changeup misses up high, ball 4. So leadoff walk to Kendall Brink, and that'll bring up Lillian Dunlop, the pitcher. Lillian, left-handed pitcher and a left-handed hitter. Strike 1 called. At the knees on the outside part of the plate. And I wonder if they were going that direction on purpose with the bunting situation, maybe. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. And I guess they don't have the bunt on with the left-handed hitter and the runner at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the second, 5-0 LaBeouf leading. Strike 3 called. 1 away in the second inning. 4th strikeout registered by Malinowski. Coming to the plate, left fielder Hannah Valentine. Hannah takes a practice swing, digs into the batter's box. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the second inning. For LaBeouf leading 5-0 here at the school field of Columbus. This is Brad Swanson bringing you the Little League Game of the Week on Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. That one's fouled off. Malinowski looks in. Next pitch is fouled off. And Valentine doing a nice job of fighting off some tough pitches here. Next pitch was a changeup inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Here we go, Hannah. You got it. Nice level swing. Here we go.
Big swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away here in inning number 2, and that'll bring up Paisley Tilford, the shortstop for Corry. Paisley Tilford, left-handed batter. Seeing a lot of lefties today. Very unusual for Little League level. I mean, you get a few here and there, but we've seen quite a few. That one is slapped foul down the third base line. And that's kind of an art in itself, the slap hitting. You'll see it more often than not from a left-handed batter. Gives them that extra step down the first base line. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch from Malinowski to Tilford. Change up, fouled down the third base line. Malinowski doing a nice job mixing that change up in there. That one's fouled back out of play. Tilford doing a nice job. She's fighting off some really good pitches. "0-2 pitch once again. Strike 3 called. That'll do it for Corry in the second inning. As there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base, we head to the top of the third inning. Our score remains Fort LaBeouf 5, Corry 0. It'll be the top of the order for LaBeouf in the third inning. Slupski, Nicholson, and Pabon. Nice to get out here and do some Little League softball. Like I said, I did some Little League baseball games. Helped out the with the game last night by one of the dads. I appreciate that. Gives me a little insight on what's going on and some of the players, and it was the two of the 3 Corry teams, and there are 3 major boys teams. There are 2 minor girls teams or major girls teams, excuse me, for Corry this year, and we already covered the other Corry team once. Hopefully we'll get a chance to get back out here and do a couple more games. Right now we are tentatively scheduled to be here Thursday at 6 p.m. to do a ball game, and we'll just have to see if Mother Nature works with us and helps us out there. Dunlop getting ready to work her third inning of work here for Corry in the circle. Taking her warm-up tosses and about ready to get things going here in the third inning. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors for bringing tonight's broadcast and all of our broadcasts to you. They are Meerhoffs, Corry Fabrication, Stone Audiology, and Dynasty Construction. That's 4 sponsors, and we could use a few more, folks. If you know of anybody that can help us out with these Little League Game of the Week broadcasts, very reasonable priced advertising, and helping get these kids some showtime on our sports stream. Here we go. We're ready for action. Slupski steps in, the little lefty from LaBeouf. Takes it up high, ball 1. She walked and scored in the first inning. And you mentioned that this girl can flat out fly around the bases. She's got some wheels. That one way high and outside. Ball 2.
Remember, girls, down and ready. Here we go.
2-0 pitch. That one's bunted, and that's a fair ball. And Slepsky not wasting any time. Nobody's around at second base. She's at second, so give her a single. That'll bring up Nicholson. She was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. That one's inside, ball 1. The ball is 1 strike. That was high. Nicholson steps back in. That one's low. Slepsky goes down to third. She is safe easily. 3 balls, no strikes to count on Nicholson. That one's up high, ball 4. That'll bring up Paybon. She walked and scored in the first inning. Here's the pitch from Dunlop. That one misses up high, ball 1. On the play, Nicholson goes down to second, uncontested.
Warning for both sides. Leave early, girls, we're going to call you out. Do not leave until the ball leaves your hand. We'll give you a warning the first time. Thank you, Jim. Yep. Well, no.
There's a ball smacked down the first base line, foul.
Get out the way! Get out the way, coach! Get out the way! I say move, coach! Get out the way! Get out the way, coach! Get out the way!
Come your way, I'll be ready.
That one misses high. Okay, as you were watching, Nicholson had stolen second base, but they said that she left early. Umpires didn't want to call her out, so they just gave a warning to both sides and said, do not leave early again or we will call you out. So they made her go back to first, and then she did take second on the wild pitch. Paybon awaits the pitch from Dunlop. That one misses low and away. Ball 4, bases loaded. Kind of reminiscent of the first inning. The first 3 batters reach. Actually, Slepsky had a base hit, though, to start this inning. Oh, pitcher Malinowski steps to the plate with the bases loaded, nobody out. He takes a big cut at that one and fouls it back off the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Malinowski way up in the front of the batter's box.
Ready, here we go.
She drills that one out in the left center field. And 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. 3rd run's going to score. And that's a bases clearing double right there for Malinowski, making the score 8-0 in favor of Fort LaBeouf.
Defense, we gotta make plays. Come on. Nice. Get down and dirty.
That'll bring up Bish, the 3rd baseman. She was walked and scored in the 1st. Strike 1 called. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes. That one's up high, ball 3, or ball 1 rather, sorry. On the play, Malinowski steals 3rd. 1-2 the count. There are no outs. 8-0 LaBeouf leading top of the 3rd inning. Playing major girls softball here at the school field at Columbus. Brad Swanson here for Channel 98.9 live, sports stream. And great to be able to come out and bring you the ball game. Home plate umpire calls the runner out at 3rd base for sliding head first. So, 1 away. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs here in the 2nd. That'll bring up Saxton, the catcher. She struck out and reached first on the drop 3rd strike in the 1st inning.
Up a little bit. I move this way. Perfect. Oh, 3 strikes. Let's go.
The ball hit deep to left field, way over the left fielder's head. And that is a shot. As Saxton rounds 2nd, heading into the 3rd. The ball gets by the cutoff person, and the coach holds her up with a triple. She belted that ball. Saxton, the catcher from LaBeouf, ripped it. That'll bring up 1st baseman Delaney. Pitch is outside, low, ball 1. Dunlop to Delaney. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Excuse me. 1-1. First pitch was a ball. That was high and inside. 2-1.
Down and ready. Here we go, girls. You got this. Go, Will.
Dunlop's pitch is called. Strike 2.
One more, let's go.
2-2 the count. Strike 3 called. That'll do it for LaBeouf in the 3rd inning. They do push across 3 more runs. They did that with 3 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Our score now, Fort LaBeouf 8, Corry 0. Fort LaBeouf will, I'm sure, stick with their pitcher, Malinowski. He is throwing bullets out there. Due up for Corry will be Kira Akins, Bria Higbee, and Mel Dahlgren. As I said, the bottom of the third. Corry trailing 8-0. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a airflow up through the press box here. The wind caught my door earlier and closed it on me, and it's getting a little stuffy, so bear with me. Well, I tell you, this press box has been here for a long time. Very well constructed. I know the guy who built it, Keith Swart, from Swart Builders 2, quite a few years back. Put this up with help from some volunteers, and did a great job of it. Looks like it needs a little touching up over the years here. Spoke with one of the coaches prior to the game, and maybe we'll see what we can do about talking to some folks and seeing if we can get some donations to improve the press box. But still, very nice press box, as I was going to say. I tell you what, this is a high-tech one. It's even equipped with a fly swatter. Strike one called as Malinowski fires that one right down Broadway to Kira Akins of Corry. Strike two called. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch. Strike 3. As Malinowski continues her strikeout ways. That's strikeout number 7. There's been 7 outs recorded, and they all come via the strikeout. Malinowski had a walk to start the second inning. Other than that, that's the only base runner for Corry so far. Stepping to the plate, Bria Higbee takes it low, ball 1. Corry Little League coverage is brought to you by Dynasty Construction, providing home construction and remodeling services for northwestern PA and southwestern New York. Services include roofing, siding, windows, bathroom remodeling, and kitchen remodeling. For more information, strike 1, count even at 1-1. For more information, you can check out Dynasty at dynastyconstinc.com. Dynasty Cons with a T and an INC Incorporated.com. 1-814-882-5145. Dynasty Construction. We thank you. Strike 2 called. 2-2, I believe the count is now. On Bria Higbee. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 quick outs here in inning number 3. And that'll bring up the extra hitter, first baseman, Mel Dahlgren. Mel Dahlgren steps in, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning, Corry trailing for the Buff 8-0 here in major girls action at the ball school field at Columbus, and Dog fouls that one off. No balls, 1 strike. That one's fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. Support for Corry Little League coverage is provided by Corry Fabrication, located at 21 Maple Avenue, a leading sheet metal fabricator in Pennsylvania and the tri-state area. More information is available online at corryfab.com and on Facebook and LinkedIn. Channel 989 thanks Corry Fabrication for their support. That one's a ball, 1-2 now the count. That one's up a little bit. Count goes 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Misses low. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That was fouled off. Count holds at 3-2. Corry Little League coverage is brought to you in part by Stone Audiology with 8 locations to serve you. In Corry, you can go to 709 East Columbus Avenue, phone 814-664-7070, the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. Thanks Stone Audiology for their support. And that one misses outside, ball 4, so a 2-out walk to Dahlgren. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter for Corry, Adele Ellsworth. That one's a ground ball to second, and second baseman picks it up, touches second base for the unassisted for you. And that'll do it for Corry in the third inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 3 complete innings here at the school field in Columbus. Our score for the Buff 8, Corry 0. Support for coverage of Corry Little League on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided by Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance. Meerhoffs offers living room and dining room furniture, beds, appliances, and more. Meerhoffs is also available and able to special order many brands for qualified buyers. Now located at 128 West Smith Street in Corry and online at meerhoffs.com. Phone 814-663-4221. Meerhoffs Appliance. We thank all of those wonderful sponsors, and like I said, we could use a few more. If your business is willing and wanting to join in as a sponsor, still have a couple more games to do, and we will adjust our prices accordingly. You can call Channel 989 radio station and talk with Brian Silvas, or ask for my number. Brian will gladly give it to you, and we'll explain to you just how you can go about advertising for the Little League Game of the Week on the Corry Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. Dunlop warming up for her 4th inning of work for Corry. She will be facing the same 3 that she faced in the 2nd inning. It will be the 8, 9, and 10 hitters. And in the 2nd inning, Miss Dunlop struck out the side. Let's see what she's got in store for us here for the 4th inning. There's the throw down to second base, and we are ready for action in the top of the 4th inning here. Umpire Jim Harned keeping things rolling here as this ball game is progressing rather nicely. Stepping to the plate is Hullard for LaBeouf. She's the second baseman. She just made a nice play in the field. That one's bunted. A nice bunt out in front of the plate. No play at first. Well, there's the throw down, goes out in the right field, but good backup by the right fielder. We're going to give Hullard the single all the way. That was a nice bunt. That'll bring up the right fielder, Kraus. Kraus comes to the plate. One on, nobody out. 8-0, her team leading. LaBeouf leading Corry here. Strike one called. And thank everybody that's involved, as I said earlier, that helps out in any way with Little League here. There's a swing and a miss, strike two. Even down to the people who made the nice little wedge that fits underneath the door to keep it open that I didn't see the first time when I opened the door today. That one misses low and away. Runner goes down to second. 1-2 the count.
Bria, you're covering second now. Bella, you're backing up third. Got that, Bella?
1-2 pitch. Outside, ball two. Runner goes down to third base. Excuse me. Runner now at third, nobody out. 2-2 the count.
Same thing, girls. Bella's back in third. Bria second.
Dunlop looks in.
Everybody's moving, watching the ball.
That one's up high. Ball three. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Run Dunlop to Kraus. Strike 3 called. One away here in inning number 4. I'll bring up the extra hitter, Miller. First pitch is low and away, ball 1.
Dal, you got to stay with the runner. Walk with the runner, okay? Get the ball, you tag it.
1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch, high and away, ball 2. Infield playing way up. That one's up high. Ball 3. Almost playing for the bunt, but Miller has not shown bunt at all. Strike 1 called. 3-1 now the count. Throw back to the pitcher, gets thrown away, and luckily the run didn't score on that. Those are no-nos there. Always important to get that ball right back to your pitcher. Strike 2 called. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Strike 3. 2 away here. We got to bring up top of the order. Slupski's going to come to the plate. Slupski walked and scored in the first, singled and scored in the third on a nifty little bunt. That one's poked to the left side. Foul.
Good try, good try.
Slepsky takes a couple practice swings, steps back in. She drills that one out past the shortstop out into center field. And run scores. And that makes it 9-0 in favor of Fort LaBeouf. Puts Slepsky at first base. Score Houlard with the 9th run for LaBeouf. And that'll bring up Nicholson. Nicholson was hit by a pitch. She walked. She scored both times. And the shortstop fields the ball and looked to second. And there's no way she was going to get Slepsky. We're going to call it a fielder's choice for Nicholson to get the first. And that'll bring up Paybon. Paybon walked and scored and walked and scored. Strike one called. Paybon takes that one on the outside part of the plate. No balls, one strike to count. That one misses low and away. Runner goes down to third. She's safe. Paybon, step back in. Here's the pitch from Dunlop. And it misses outside. Runner goes down to second on the steal. Runner's now at second and third. 2-1 the count. That one's fouled off to the right side over by the first base side over by the Corry dugout. Paybon steps back in. Count 2-2. 2 outs. 2 on. That one's low. Ball 3. Count full 3-2. Payoff pitch coming from Dunlop to Paybon. Up high, ball 4. That'll load the bases again. Yeah, it'll bring up Malinowski. Malinowski walked and scored in the first, doubled in the third. That one misses a little high, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Misses high, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. To Malinowski. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 2-1. There's a little flare hit and a lot of spin on that ball. Nobody's going to get her on that, so everybody's safe. Another run comes in. Score Slepsky from third. Move Nicholson to second, or to third base, excuse me. Paybon moves to second and put Malinowski on first with a single. She hit that on the inside of her.
It is after you score 10. Then it's 1. Okay.
Got it on her fist. Okay, so if you're wondering why the teams are switching sides, it's 10-0 in favor of LaBeouf. So now they go into what they call the 10+1 rule. So every time LaBeouf scores from this point on, they can only score 1 run, and they switch sides. Which we're already heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. Once we get into the 5th, if LaBeouf bats, if they score 1, then they're done. And if Corry doesn't score, it would be the 10-run rule. LaBeouf would win. So there was 1 run scored. There were 3 hits that inning for LaBeouf. There were no errors, and there were 3 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Our score now for LaBeouf 10, Corry nothing. So far in the game, LaBeouf has scored 10 runs. They've done that on 7 hits. Corry has not scored and has not had a hit. We only have actually put 1 ball in play. That was a ground out last inning to second base. Malinowski has walked just 1. Has walked 2. So she's been right on top of her game for LaBeouf. Due up for the Corry team in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're going to see the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to start things. That'll be Ava Higbee, Bella Butchko, and Kendall Brink. And Malinowski says, I've had enough warm-ups. I'm ready to roll. She yelled coming down. There's the throw. And we're ready for action in inning number 4. Bottom of the 4th. Ava Higbee steps to the plate for Corry. I'd like to thank our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. They are Meerhoffs, Stone Audiology, Corry Fabrication, Dynasty Construction. Oh, low and inside, ball 1. One ball. No strikes. Bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody on. Nobody out. Here we go. Strike 1 called. Count moves to 1-1. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. One, 2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 1 away here in the 4th. That'll bring up Bella Butchko. Bella Butchko comes up with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, this is outside, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Almost fouled off. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. 2 away here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Kendall Brink, the catcher. Kendall walked back in the 2nd inning. That one misses low and inside, ball 1. That one misses low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. 2-1 now the count. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. LaBeouf leading 10-0. Strike 3 called. And that'll do it for Corry in the 4th inning, as Malinowski continues to mow down Corry batters. That is strikeout number 11 out of possible 12, I believe. Yes, 11 out of 12. So she has been very dominant here, to say the least. So now LaBeouf bats in the top of the 5th inning with a score 10-0. And Little League rules are, if you're up by 10 and you score a run, then you automatically go back out in the field. It's called the 10+1 rule. So, and I hope everything is going right here as I checking everything. We have a new pitcher for Corry. See who that is. Trying to get a number here. What my lineup was that was given to me. See if we can do it that way. I believe it is Paisley Tilford, I think, is who's come on to pitch. That's what I have anyways. Now wait a minute. Let's see. I have I believe that's who that is. That's what we're going with. We're going with Paisley Tilford. I guess Game Changer is, I believe, what the coaches use today, but I'm not familiar with any of that stuff. I just know I can take a picture with my telephone of the lineup, and then I have it, and I can copy it into my scorebook. So I'm very old school, folks. And I hope I've got this right. I hope this is Tilford pitching for Corry. That's what I'm going to call her. As she gets ready here, and stepping to the plate for Fort LaBeouf is Bish, the third baseman. First pitch is called ball 1. Nice cooler breeze blowing now, and it feels very comfortable up here in the press box. Next pitch, high and away, ball 2. Bish walked and scored in the first. Struck out in the third. That one misses high, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. That was fouled down the third base line. Count goes 3-1. And I believe Miss Bish had the green light all the way, even with the 3-0 count. A lot of times coaches won't let them swing, but let them have some fun and swing the bat here, which is a good thing at this age level. There's a little pop up. It's going to get out to the outfield. And leadoff single by Bish for Fort LaBeouf here to start inning number 5. Now bring up Saxton, the catcher. She struck out, reached first on the drop, third strike in the first, and then tripled in the third. That pitch is up high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. That one's inside, ball 2. Pitch. Ground ball. Pitcher tries to pick it up. Shortstop fields it, throws the first, not in time. Everybody's safe. Back-to-back singles to start inning number 5 for Fort LaBeouf. That'll bring up the first baseman, Delaney. She grounded into a 3 unassisted in the first inning and struck out in the third. That pitch is high and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Big swing and a miss.
Ready to back up.
That was popped foul to the right side. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Delaney digs back in. Pitch is low. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. One away here in inning number 5. And that'll bring up Hullard. Hullard struck out in the second inning and then singled and scored in the 5th. In the 4th, excuse me. We are in the 5th inning. 10-0 for LaBeouf leading Corry. Major girls action here at the school field at Columbus. This is Brad Swanson bringing you the Little League Game of the Week on Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. Swing and a miss. Next pitch. Strike called. So I was wrong, I guess. No, I was right. It is Paisley Tilford on the hill. In the circle, excuse me. In the circle for Corry. There's a fly ball out into left field. And the runner's going to come around and score, and that'll be the 10+1 rule. So Corry will come to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Corry comes in and they have to score 2, I believe, to keep the game going. It's 11-0 in favor of Fort LeBoeuf. Due up for Corry will be 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Lillian Dunlop, Hannah Valentine, and Paisley Tilford. Support for coverage of Corry Little League on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided by Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance. Meerhoffs offers living room and dining room furniture, beds, appliances, and more. Meerhoffs is also able to special order many brands for qualified buyers. Now located at 128 West Smith Street in Corry and online at meerhoffs.com. Phone 814-663-4221. And if you get a chance to stop into Meerhoffs, you tell them that you heard their advertisement on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. And I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that. Corry Little League coverage is brought to you by Dynasty Construction, providing home construction and remodeling services for northwestern Pennsylvania and southwestern New York. Services include roofing, siding, windows, bathroom remodeling, and kitchen remodeling. More information at Dynasty, CONSTINC.com. Phone 814-882-5145 for Dynasty Construction. If you see Josh Stein or any of his employees, tell them you heard his company's name out there on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. Thank you again, Josh, for all you do. Support for Corry Little League coverage is provided by Corry Fabrication, located at 21 Maple Avenue, a leading sheet metal fabricator in Pennsylvania and the tri-state area. More information is available online at corryfab.com and on Facebook and LinkedIn. Channel 989 thanks Corry Fabrication for their support. If you know Joe Fucher, or if you know anyone that works at Corry Fabrication, tell them you heard their advertisement on the Corry Journal, excuse me, on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. Also, Corry Little League coverage is brought to you in part by Stone Audiology with 8 locations to serve you. They're located at 709 East Columbus Avenue in Corry. Phone 814-664-7070. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Stone Audiology for their support. And if you know anyone who works at Stone Audiology, or if you know Dr. Leslie Stone, tell them that you heard their advertisement on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. They'd love to hear that. Thank you, Dr. Stone, for all you do. Lillian Dunlop, behind in the count. To Malinowski, no balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is low and away, ball 1. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. One away here in inning number 5. And another strikeout victim for Miss Malinowski. That is an even dozen. Stepping to the plate, Hannah Valentine. Hannah was a strikeout victim in the second inning. She takes the first pitch, low, ball 1. 1-0 swung on a miss, strike 1. Count even at 1-1. One pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now at the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th inning. Corry needs 2 to keep the game alive. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball's thrown out into right field. And runner's going to go to second. Valentine, who's on to second base on the bad throw. And that'll bring up Paisley Tilford, who started at shortstop and is now the pitcher for Corry. Paisley Tilford steps in. 1 out, 1 on. That pitch is low and away. Ball 1. That one gets away from the catcher. Runner goes down to third. So Valentine standing at third base as Tilford awaits the pitch. That one's popped up. Catcher catches it for out number 2. F2 on the putout, 2 away here in the 5th inning. First pitch is called a strike to Kiera Akins. Next pitch. Strike called. Next pitch is up high. Strike 3 called. That's the ball game. As Corry goes down in defeat to Fort LeBoeuf by a final score of 11-0. And we will be here, weather permitting, on Thursday for our ball game with the major girls. So for Brian Silvas back at the station, appreciate all your help, Brian. We thank you for letting us bring you this ball game. Have a great night, folks.